It's almost 8 o'clock, and I'm standing in front of a house that we all know. And right now, on August 3rd, Lizzie is down the street visiting Alice Russell. And pretty soon she'll be coming home. Across the street would have been Dr. Bowen and Southern Miller's house. Off to the left, the Boston Express. There's the pear tree loaded with pears. It looks like they're doing the night tour about now. So let's go down to Alice's house. We're headed north on 2nd Street. Hi, Max. Hi, Max. That's the house mascot. He's an old man now. This is where Addie Churchill's home used to be. It's a beautiful night. It's a breeze. There's the barn. Hall's stable off on the left. And on the other side of Addie Churchill, we're looking at the side door, the north end of the Borden house, where Lizzie stood in the doorway and Mrs. Churchill saw her. This would be Mrs. Burt's home here. And we're headed toward the corner of 2nd Street and Borden. You can see it's not going to be very far, that Lizzie had to go to see Alice, and then she returned, I believe it was shortly before 9 o'clock. And earlier in the day, Lizzie said she was not feeling well and never left the house. Although Mr. Bentz, about a block west and 2 blocks south of here, behind the counter at Smith's Pharmacy, said she had come in, tried to buy prussic acid. We'll pause a moment and we'll look back toward the house. There's St. Mary's steeple in the background, and Lizzie would have gone uphill back home, where Uncle John and Abby and Mr. Borden were sitting in the sitting room. And I would say the light level is probably similar to what it would have been that August night years and years ago. And here we are approaching Borden Street. There's Borden Street on the left, which will take you right out to South Main. Bridget wasn't entirely sure where Alice Russell lived. She did have to check and ask which house that Alice lived in. And we are just coming up on where that would have been. The house is no longer there, but we can show you the location, and you can see it's not too far from the Borden house. So here we are. Try to picture Lizzie coming back that night. This is also the same route that Bridget Sullivan would have made when Lizzie sent Bridget to get Alice the day after. So we're almost there. And you have to use your imagination, because this big brick building didn't exist. You'd have to walk in a little from the street level. Right where the topiary is, it actually says Borden East, and right back slightly behind that would be where Alice lived. And then Lizzie would have turned to go back home. So here we are on the night.